What is up, guys? JT Dummy here, and today is a very special video for me. It is my 1K subscriber celebration video. It's gonna be awesome. It's basically a Q&A. You guys asked me a bunch of questions. I'm gonna answer them here. This video will probably be split up of two different videos, part 1 and part 2, just because it's gonna be a long video. You guys asked me a lot of questions. Also, if I don't get to your question in time, or if I don't answer it in this video, you guys can always join my clan chat. That's the first thing I always do when I get on RuneScape, is hop in my clan chat. Right now, there's quite a bit of people in here. It's usually more during the midday, but this is a good amount. So shout out to everyone in here. You guys are awesome. And yeah, let's get on to the questions. Okay, the first question comes from a guy named WTF Green Giant, and he asks, why did you become a Obby Pure over a Gmail Pure? If you guys didn't know, my very first video on my channel, it's not my very first, but it's the first one that's actually on my channel. I had a lot of videos before that, and a different game that I ended up deleting, and basically in this video it says, hey, I'm moving from that game, I'm deleting all those videos, and I'm coming to play RuneScape 2007, I'm going to make videos on here, and then I basically explained what I'm going to be doing. And in the video I stated that I was going to be a Gmob here because, frankly, Gmob Pures are OP, they're sick as fuck. I mean, you can just Rambo out a 20-20-20 at like 50 strength. It's so sick. And in the video I did say that I was going to be a Gmob Pure, but obviously that's not the case. I'm an Obby Pure now, and the reason was because I can always start out as an Obby Pure, one attack, whatever strength, and then from that I can move up in the phases of Pures. For example, I can, from my level right here, I can pretty much go on to any account that I want, any build of an account. I can go on to a 40 attack free to play style PKer, or I can go to a 50 attack Gmauler, which most likely I probably will do that one in the future. And then from there I can go to a 60 attack pure, Dragon Skim, Dragon Dagger, and then from there I can either do, a Zerker, or I can go get 70 attack, and then from there I can do a Barrows Pure, and then from there I can, be a main and max out and do that kind of stuff. So that's why I started as an Obby Pure, because I can move through all the different phases of Pures, and, I can have fun with them all, and then eventually get maxed out, and yeah, just have a bunch of fun doing that. So okay, the next couple of questions come from a guy named Shigatari Official. This is actually one of my friends from a while back, and he asks, how's the BKing on an Obby Ranger? I enjoy it. I think it's awesome. I love PKing on it. His second question is, the loot good? The loot sucks. Right now it's okay, just because there's not as much money in the game, so you can sell the the D-hide and the magic bows and the rune arrows for quite a bit. But I think in the future, once money starts actually coming into the game a lot more, it'll be horrible loot. I mean, all I'm getting is D-hide and magic bows and arrows and stuff. The occasional rune item, very rare. The occasional OB maul, but nah, the loot isn't really good. His third question is, was the training experience both tolerable and fun? In my opinion, it is very tolerable for me. I mean, that'll differ on who you are. I do a lot of things. I multitask when I train or do anything pretty much on RuneScape, and I can tolerate it for sure. But was it fun? I mean, the things that I did while I did RuneScape was fun, but sitting there clicking on rock crabs, no, that was not fun. I don't see how anyone would think that would be fun. But his next question is, was it costly? By was it costly, it's not costly to train. The only thing that costs a lot is the OB Maul, the cape if you want to use it to train on, a combat bracelet, but you can always just get myth gloves from the quest if you want to do those quests. I didn't do it because I would rather pay 80k than do all those requirements and quests to do it. So in my opinion, it's not costly, but it's always costly to PK. I mean, you don't make much money when you PK, unless of course you high risk and you're like a main risking full rune or barrows or whatever it may be. But as I don't, depending on how you look at it, if it's costly in the PKing, yeah, it's costly. In the training, no, it's not really. And the next question is, most importantly, is it worth it? I think it's definitely worth it. It's a lot of fun to PK with, and having a high strength level when you're like really low combat is just like sick, in my opinion. You just bang out like 28 when you're like 38 combat, and other people are like, what the fuck just happened? So I think it's definitely worth it. It's a lot of fun. So. Alright, the next question comes from a guy named Do Talk, and he asks, can you do a 1 hour PK commentary, no pauses, showing banking and all? I could do that, but the thing with that is, me being an Obby peer, okay, I cannot find fights as fast as someone who's a 60 attack peer because, they're relatively risking the same amount of cash. So, for me, I have um, you know, the side of I can't skull because I have a berserker neck, and the side that people know that I'm Obby pure, so they don't want to fight me because I hit high. So in an hour of PKing, I am very lucky if I find 5 fights. I don't think that'll be very entertaining, and I don't have partnership at this moment, so I can't go above the 15-minute limit. It just won't let me. It won't let me upload the video if it's past 15 minutes. So as of right now, I can't. And if I were to be able to do it, I don't think it would be very entertaining. So I would love to do it though. I would. All right. The next question comes from a guy named Brandon Stassi. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But his question is, how old are you? I am 16 years old. And just to go a little bit in depth, this is kind of like frequently asked question. My name is Jacob. I go short by Jake, and I am a sophomore in high school. So a lot of people ask me that, so I thought I would just add that into the question. Alright, this is another frequently asked question that I get. The question is, what recording program do I use? And this is asked by a guy named Jeffrey V 1987. Now, I use Hypercam to record, but after I record with Hypercam, I transfer those files into Camtasia, where then I can edit it, basic edits, and then I can render in HD and full screen. If you just use Hypercam to record with and then upload it to YouTube straight as a raw file, it'll look horrible. The quality will be bad. It won't be full screen. Will definitely not be HD. It'll just be it'll be a really bad video in general. So you definitely have to have Camtasia if you're really thinking of going to the YouTube side of things. If you want to make RuneScape related videos at least, Camtasia is definitely the best recording software, and it has a good basic editing software built into it. So definitely, if you guys are planning on doing that, definitely get Camtasia. Okay, guys, the next question comes from a guy named Eric Puez, and I know I'm saying that wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm horrible with names. And he asks, will you always be uploading videos like Nightmare RH, Chris Archie, and etc.? Now, this is another question. You guys have to be more specific. What do you mean by always uploading videos like them? Because, I mean, all RuneScape videos are essentially alike. I mean, you have the section of PKing, you have the section of skilling, PVM, and stuff like that, but they're all essentially the same. But I want to be known for a PKer. I love PKing. That's genuinely what I love to do. That's what I love to record and upload and entertain you guys with. That's the best in my opinion. But obviously after this marathon that I'm doing, I will definitely have a more broader area where I can upload other things than just PKing and stuff. But for now, definitely just gonna probably stick to more of the PKing things, and in the future, definitely like more skilling, more PVM, and things like that. But as of right now, probably gonna stick to the PKing. Alright, the next question comes from a guy named I Review Your Shit, and he asks, do you miss Project RSO6? If you guys don't know Project RSO6, it was a private server based in the RuneScape 2006 era. It came out shortly after 2006 Scape got shut down, and that is the game that I played, the game that I uploaded videos to YouTube, and that's how I got my first 600 subscribers before I actually came over here. As far as do I miss it, I don't miss the game, but I definitely miss the people that I met in there. Like, I know a few people, I'm not going to name them just because I don't want to, but I know a few people who I actually really got to know very well, and they were awesome people, and they just can't play this game because, they have to pay for it, which, in my opinion, I mean, it's only like, what is it, like $8? I think you should be able to pay for that because $8 is not a lot in my opinion, but, I mean, I understand where they're coming from, especially if you're not going to play it that much anyways. What's the point of paying for it? So, do I miss the game in general? Hell no. Do I miss the people that I met? Yeah, I do. So, yeah. Okay, guys. The next few questions are going to come from a guy named Alexander9090, and his first question is, what's your religion? I am Christian. His second question is, do you play any sports? As of now, I don't play any sports, but in elementary school and middle school, I did play football for 3 to 4 years straight. And when I say football, I mean American football, not soccer. And I also played baseball from age 7 all the way up to my freshman year. I love baseball. I love everything about it. I love playing it. I love watching it. I'm a huge baseball fan, and I just don't play it anymore. I don't know why. I probably should, but yeah, I don't play any sports as of right now. His third question is, how often do you play RuneScape? Now, this answer is going to differ from many reasons. On the weekdays, I could play from, maybe 2 hours a day to probably about, 12 hours a day. It just depends because I'm still in school, and I have some other things to do after school. It just depends. On the weekends, that's like, again, it's just kind of hard to answer because one day I might play 2 hours, the next day I might play 24 hours straight. It's just it's kind of hard to answer. It's huge range of how many hours I play. So I don't know. And his final question is: in a year from now, what stats do you think you'll have? Now, I answered this partly in the first or second question of the video. I can't remember, but basically, what I'm planning to do is, start out as an obby peer and then eventually move through all the phases of peers. And as far as from a year from now, I don't really know. I'll probably be a maxed out 60 attack peer, to be honest. But, I could have defense by then. I don't really know. I can't really give you an answer on that. So, yeah, thanks for the questions. That was good. The next question comes from a guy named the Ozgoliath, and he asks, what other games do you play besides RuneScape? Now, I have a pretty dope setup, I'm not going to lie. I have my computer and my Xbox and my TV all on one desk, and I literally can sit in the same spot and play RuneScape and my Xbox at the same time, and that's usually what I do. If I'm on RuneScape, you can almost bet every time I'm playing Xbox too. The only time when I'm not is when I'm making/editing a video or I'm PKing. Those are the only times when I'm not on Xbox. So, what games do I play on my Xbox are probably... I play the Call of Duty series, I play Madden, and I have a baseball game. I hate campaign games. The games that I play have to be multiplayer. And I'm not trying to be like a big guy or toot my own horn or anything, but I am a competitive player on Call of Duty. I wouldn't consider myself pro because I'm not, but I do game battles, if you guys know what that is. I do online tournaments. I win cash prizes in them. At one point, I was going to go to MLG Columbus with my team, but it didn't work out. If you guys don't know what MLG Columbus is, MLG is short for Major League Gaming. It's the biggest gaming association ever. They have events. They have about 7 or 8 events every year at different places, and this one happened to be right by me. So I was going to go with my team, but things didn't work out. We didn't go. And the prizes are like, for Call of Duty, I think the winning prize is $25,000, $100,000 for the championship. Halo is $50,000. And the championship's $200,000. I know League of Legends is probably around $200,000. I'm not sure what the championship is. I know there's StarCraft, and I think there's one other game. But yeah, I am pretty competitive. I would consider myself above average, definitely. So, yeah, I love Call of Duty. So.